Anyway, I've just got a new tripod for my camera, so I've got my camera on my tripod and fingers crossed it'll kind of be alright. So I've just had my 4th injection, so I'm now 3 months on T. I had a bit of problems with getting this injection actually. I was due it on the 22nd of May and I had to have a blood test before. So I had a blood test last week, got the results back and everything, and then I phoned up the pharmacy to see if they could order it in. And they said we can't take it over the phone, so I had to write it down on a piece of paper, drop it in, and they'd order it in. With Testosterone at the moment, there's a bit of a problem with getting it in, problems with the suppliers. So they couldn't get that one in. I went on the Charing Cross GIC website, and on there they said what would happen if there's problems with manufacturing stuff. There's two different types of medication you can be on instead. So I let them know that at the surgery, and they managed. Well, the doctor in the end wrote a prescription for me, so I get it. The woman I spoke to on one day, she was really helpful, and she said, go and pick up the medication basically, bring it in, and we'll basically fit you in, even if we can't get you a slot, because I said that I finish work late early so I can get there as like 5 and stuff. She said, just pick up the stuff, come to us as soon as possible, and we'll basically fit you in. But the woman I spoke to yesterday, it didn't work. She said, no, we've got no appointments. The earliest appointment that is like at 5 o'clock would be on like the 3rd of July, no, 3rd of June, sorry, 3rd of June. So I wasn't willing to wait that long. There's an NHS walking clinic in town. The receptionist at the doctor's surgery, she said, go there, they should be able to do your injection. Fine. So I went there. They said they couldn't do my injection because they didn't have my care plan. They said they could fax over the care plan, but I wasn't sure when the doctor's surgery was closed, excuse me, or anything. So I thought, no, leave it, that's fine, I can't be bothered. But luckily for me, as physios, we change where we work. Well, every 6 months we change kind of little departments wise. So I used to work at that hospital for 6 months, so I know the majority of the nurses on some of the wards. So I went on one of the wards and asked one of the nurses there I know there if she could do my injection. She basically asked a couple of questions like why am I on it and things like that. I basically said that I'm transgender, so I was born female, this is the male hormones, so it will give me a deeper voice, muscle growth, appear more masculine basically. She agreed to do my injection, so we went off into a little treatment room and she stabbed me in the butt. But yeah, I think I'm so fortunate that I work in the NHS, because if I didn't, I wouldn't know nurses. I'd have to wait a lot longer to get my injection, and when you're waiting for it so routinely, this is going to be what it is every 4 weeks. If you miss it out for those 1 week, it really puts you off. It just makes you feel really crap. But anyway, so I had my 4th one yesterday. I'm happy that I kind of got it out of the way, just so I can then try and get in contact with the surgery again, get them to order my next one in for me. Changes wise, my voice is a bit deeper still. It still can go into the higher ranges at some points. It's deeper in the mornings. I do hear that my voice kind of breaks and things like that. I'm talking to people at work and then all of a sudden my voice will go really high and back down again. But Amy's noticed it as well. But I think as I'm due my next injection, I feel that it levels out a little bit anyway. But I woke up this morning with a really sore throat, so hopefully it will knock it down a little bit again. Muscle bulk wise, I haven't done much working out. I should really get back into that. But working longer hours, well, not working longer hours, but same hours, travelling further, and there's more demands at me at work at the moment, so I'm getting really tired. So when I get home, I'm not really thinking about working out. I think it's because I'm just absolutely knackered. Libido wise, don't think much has changed there, because I've just been distracted with work a lot, so I haven't been able to do anything much. Passing wise, with patients at work, I generally see patients that are over 70 or so, and sometimes I'll get the odd men that think I'm a female and things like that, but then I get a lot of older women that kind of comment the fact that I'm a nice young man and things like that, so that's always really nice to hear. Yeah, one of my colleagues at work, her ex is trans, so she kind of, I've been working with her for the last couple of weeks or so, and she kind of is really supportive at work of me and asking how I'm feeling and things like that, so that's really nice. I haven't come out to anyone else at work at the moment. Amy wants me to, but I think depending on how things go at work, and I'm involved in a little team, so I'll probably explain it to them in a little while. Energy wise, I don't think I've got a lot of energy, a lot more energy anyway. I think that's no real change. Hair wise, I've noticed some more hairs on my belly. My snail trail has got more hairs down there. My legs were always quite hairy. And my thighs, I've got some new hairs coming in the back of my thighs and things like that, but nothing a lot. Facial wise, I only tend to shave when I'm like doing my next injection stuff, so like once a month. I've got some hairs coming in here again. Got some hairs on a little bit on my chin and things, but not a lot really. I don't think there's anything else I've got to kind of say on this one, but I'll put my Tumblr, Amy's Tumblr, at the bottom. If you've got any questions or whatever, I'm always really happy to reply and try and give advice as much as possible, so always get in touch. Alright, see you later.